Peace, autonomous one. And I'm gonna title this video, "The People Who Benefit from the Miseducation of the Negro, aka the Black Aborigine of America." Alright, now, if you look around, man, there's a bunch of people who come into your community and benefit from your oppression and your pain. So what I mean is, all right, you look around, man. You see, there's plenty of people who distribute tobacco. There's plenty of people who distribute liquor. There's plenty of people who distribute drugs into your community, and you look at these people as friends. You understand? Look, if you got somebody coming outside of the black community and selling liquor just to make monetary gain and not knowing that people are dying from liquor. I understand a lot of you people on my channel probably drink. A lot of us go in there, you know what I'm saying, we drink willingly, okay? A lot of us spend money with these people who not our people, but they actually, a lot of people benefit from the, like, you know, all right, you might have people who drink responsibly, but you have a lot of people who are drinking to drink the pain away. Like Mobb Deep say, they drink the pain away. You understand? So you got a lot of people who doing that, who've been in this land and still got some type of post-traumatic stress disorder, whether it's from the army, whether it's from not having a father, whether it's from the war on drugs. It's a lot of things that can be considered post-traumatic stress disorder. You know what I'm saying? Or just the fact that you think you're African American and you're so busy trying to find out where you from. So then you also got these DNA companies. These DNA companies are laughing at us, man. They look at us like, yo, these people really think they from Africa? All right, we're gonna show them that they from Africa, and we don't even have to show them that. We don't even have to show them a large percentage for them to believe it. But we got mad people talking, I did my DNA test. None of your DNA tests come back to here, but your grandmother told you had your grandmother told you that you was an Indian, and none of your DNA tests come back here. How is that not possible? And that's the same. I did my DNA test too. My DNA test, all my markers came back in sub-Saharan Africa, West African, and I had a couple of markers in I guess you want to say like Europe or whatever. But the moral of the story is, I'm looking at this shit like, hold up, man. Now I know my mother was Cherokee, and my father was a Cherokee chief. And I never knew this stuff until my aunt, me and my aunt just had a recent conversation about this stuff, man. And I never knew none of this stuff or whatever. But nonetheless, though, like I said, you got these DNA companies who keep on telling you people that you are freaking from another continent. And a lot of you people buy into it and you believe it, okay? You got people who sell drugs to other black devils in your community, and these black devils come back. Now, look, I didn't see all types of drug dealers. I didn't see drug dealers who just straight cowboys who don't give a fuck about nobody, and I've seen people who sold drugs because there was the demand for it, and they was part of the problem as well. But they wasn't like a lot of these like, they was more responsible. They looked after the kids. They liked the kids. They didn't never try to give no drugs to the kids. And then I've seen other people who didn't care about the kids who would give anybody drugs. You understand? So that comes in the part. But the thing is, the people who selling us the drugs, a lot of these drug dealers, we used to get drugs from these Latinos and these Hispanics. And then a lot of these people, such as the Dominicans, coming back into the neighborhood now that they had helped destroy your neighborhood. And I'm not saying all Dominicans, but there was a lot of Dominican cocaine dealers. So you got to take some responsibility for it, whether you are directly in contact with it. But I think all of the ones that came to this country was had some type of way with drugs, because I think the government allowed these people to come here to sell us drugs, because there's nowhere in the world certain countries get drugs that don't even have drugs in that country. And we know the CIA is always so deep implanted into the war on drugs, because they the one who made the market. They the one who produced the market. They produce the market. You just don't know that's a CIA agent. You think it's a regular person, but he the front of all of it. That's why when he get caught, he come right home and do the same thing all over again. But yeah, we got a lot of people in our community, or a lot of people who benefit from the miseducation. So by my people doing drugs, because there was no jobs and there was no like other resources for people to get involved in, and they dropped drugs off into our neighborhood like on purposely, you know what I'm saying? Other people who wasn't able to get jobs started indulging into it because they seen that as a way of getting the hell out of it. Just this is the only way to get out of this hellhole. So they looked at that as that. But in the process, they got stuck further because next they got arrested and got locked up. Now they in prison. So from them being in prison, they're in a further poverty than that they was in, originally in. Now they have no freedom. You had no freedom on the streets, but now you definitely got no freedom in here. You know what I'm saying? So these are the people who prey, who are also who prey off the miseducation of the Negro. Is these private prisons. These private prisons, they prey on you. They had these rappers rap about these unmoral things, and we don't have the mind state to say that, damn, some of this stuff is not the content we should be letting our children listen to. So therefore, by you listening to these rappers, you wanting to be like them. Why would they allow rappers to promote something that's illegal like drugs? Why would they allow that to come over the airstream? Why would they allow profanity over the airstream? Why would they allow people to talk about guns, and they supposed to be trying to stop guns, but they let all these rappers talk about drugs? You never thought about that? Now you idiots who sit out there say, oh, that's a conspiracy. Listen, my people, conspiracies exist, but they play off your ignorance to just say, because that word conspiracy is just like the word slave. When a black person hear, when a black person hear the word slave, they got something in their mind that automatically connects them to that word. Oh, slave, okay, that was me. You know what I'm saying? They automatically connect themselves to that word. So like I said, you got a lot of people who benefit from the miseducation of the Negro, aka the Aborigine in North America. You got these food companies, you know what I'm saying, with these bad dietary practices, man. When you go in there, you buying your sodas, blue and orange sodas and yellow sodas and CNCs and fantasy and any name that they could come up with. And if you look at the back of the contents of the bottle, it's bad enough it got high fructose corn syrup in it, right? When you look at the sugar content, right? Now the sugar content of these bottles might be, you figure, 20-ounce bottles. When I was young, they were 16. Now they 20 ounces. So you got 20-ounce bottles. If you look on the back of a 20-ounce bottle, and you will see that most of these bottles got almost 80 grams of sugar. 80 grams of sugar. Now look, 80 grams, you figure there's 28 ounces there's 28 grams in the ounces. So 80 grams, so that'll be 56 grams plus, that's almost 3 ounces of sugar in a 20-ounce bottle. Now 3 ounces, if you look at the bottle, I say like almost 1/3 of the bottle is containing sugar. Now you get this stuff to your children running around bouncing off these walls. You wondering why he's not productive or he's not doing good. Because you giving him sugar and he's crashing. A lot of these parents are not responsible. They don't even know, but not, you think that you giving your kids sugar, that's a treat. You treating them, I'm giving, yeah, you treating them because it's a freaking drug. It sends off the same endorphins as heroin and crack cocaine, and people don't even know that. You understand? I mean, they done studies about this, man. So, you know, I'm going to listen. And I'm going to let y'all know I'm a holistic nutritionist and I'm a nutritionist. And I never put that stuff out there. But yes, that's what I do. But let me tell you something. High fructose corn syrup that's in a lot of these foods that you be giving your children is like white cane sugar on drugs. You understand? So it's 10 times more effective than white cane sugar. You understand? White cane sugar is extracted from a sugar cane, in which they isolate the sugar from the fiber contents of the sugar cane. So once you isolate it, you make it more, it runs more rapid in your body. Your body don't process it the same as you chewing on a sugar cane, and your body producing the so-called, well, that will be considered, I don't know if it will be considered fructose, because it is a plant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it is a form of glucose, nevertheless, though. And that's another thing. Our poor nutritional problems. You know what I'm saying? That's another them other people who benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? You got other people who come here. They benefit from the fact that you don't know who the hell you are. Like I said, them DNA companies, they don't want you to know who you are. They're trying to provide you a service, and half these Negroes are so happy. Oh, I'm from Africa, and your grandmother told you was from here though. So you ain't listen to your grandmother, you don't listen to this European though? Because this European painting a narrative of where you came from and can't produce no slave ships, can't produce. But for some reason, back to 1828, the definition of American referred to the Aborigines and copper colored races. But you never heard, like it's 2017 right now, right? And in no books you never hear none of the Indians being called Aborigines. You never hear them being called Aborigines or copper colored races. They call these people Redskins. They call them Redskins. They're not calling them Aborigines because they know that they're not Aborigines. That's the reason they call them Native. Native means um, one born in a particular spot. Aborigine means first inhabitant. So they already know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you got a bunch of people in your neighborhood or out here that benefit from the miseducation of the Negro. You know what I'm saying? These radio stations benefit from the miseducation of the Negro because these Negroes are so money hungry that they put in fucking murderous lyrics on tape in which that's causing problems in your community and you don't even understand it. None of you rappers are smart enough to rap about anything empowerment that's going to empowerment somebody because you saying that don't sell. So basically because that the stuff that you need your people to be doing don't sell, you want to talk about the stuff that's counterproductive. You're still talking about selling drugs, even though your aunt probably was on drugs and you seen her struggling, but you just looked at her like she was a crackhead because the rappers say, "Oh, this ain't nothing but another crackhead," as opposed to you stepping into your higher self, telling auntie you need help or trying to get help for your people. You understand? Um, what I like this article between Joker, Joker Choke No Joke, and he said something good. He said he was selling drugs, right? And he said his mother was on drugs. He said when he got his mother help for drugs, he stopped selling drugs. Now that's something I can definitely respect. You understand what I'm saying? Brother who stood up like that. Half of you Negroes out there, you look up to these drug dealers. You look these drug dealers is the same reason why you got abandoned buildings and you got all these other immigrants who have moved in because the people who used to provide a service either moved out or they got hooked on drugs. So now they no longer are is capable of keeping a business or maintaining a business because their life is unmanageable. And we don't even see the conditions. The condition is the drugs. The condition is the miseducation of the Negro, aka the Aborigine in North America. That's the condition. Once you can step outside that condition, you can see everything else for what it really is. You can see everybody who's not here, who don't care nothing about you. So you have to start caring for yourself. You have to start producing for yourself. You have to start having black distributors. You have to start having food warehouses. We don't have none of that stuff. We have none of that stuff. We got so-called Hispanics, Latinos, and half these people, we outnumber these people 10 to 1, but yet they're able to come here and open up something and open up these distributors. And none of you black people with money ever thought about that. Would say, listen, the hell with, I might as well just do it just to have a black distributor of food. None of these people think like this. Why is that? Why is that? I mean, I'm quite sure that us on this page, we can't be the only enlightened ones. And, you know, it's other people in other communities that's kind of enlightened. But nonetheless, though, we got to look at it. We got a lot of people who benefit from the miseducation of the Negro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who benefit from it. We got, listen, I could name at least 1,000 more different scenarios how people benefit off of your struggle, but let's just learn the fact that people is benefiting off of your miseducation. So look, man, with that being said, man, I just hope, man, some of you people just wake up and just see what it is. I mean, maybe not the ones on a page, and I use a lot of these cold words like Black American and African American. I use that for you people who don't know. I'm not using that because I'm ignorant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know we are Aborigines. I know all that. But I'm trying to use, so when you look on a search engine, maybe you'll click on a video, maybe you'll hear something that resonate with you. Like I said, man, piece of the Tanchan goddesses and the Tanchan gods, man, and the Aborigines of North America. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna talk to this one, man, and recognize the people who benefit off the miseducation of you. All right. Peace.